Well, here I am the night before the Denny 5 and 5 challenge this year, paddling 150 odd kilometres up the Murray then Edward River. Forecast is for quite a large amount of rain. Tuesday 10 to 20 mils and then maybe 20 to 40 on Wednesday. I'm just wondering how I'm going to keep everything dry and I've got enough space to get everything in here. Whether I'm going to need a wetsuit, the river's pretty cold at the moment, and never having done any expedition kayaking before, this could be a little bit of a challenge. I'll make it work. I have decided this year to focus on using Australian made, Australian owned companies, and if possible also locally sourced, locally bought. There's some things I'll be using that definitely aren't locally made, like my life jacket, my cameras, Garmin InReach for safety, anything safety wise. But having seen what's happened during COVID, one of my favourite companies is shut its doors, and I missed out. I was looking forward to buying some of their products, waiting for this time to do so, and they've run out of stock and selling everything down. So I just wanted to highlight the need to buy locally, buy Australian, try and keep some of our smaller producers, especially the ones that make gear for people who hike, people who use the outdoors and they're very specific, just try and keep them all in business. Some places like Terra Rosa Gear, I know have been very busy during COVID with people buying things, getting ready for different adventures they were planning, and I assume that'd be the case with others, but like I said, Sorted has closed its doors, and unfortunately it's a great Australian company that's gone. So see how I go, trying to buy Australian and see what happens with some of the things that I find out on the way. First hurdle of the adventure, trying to get to the starting point. Kayak all packed, ready to start. Putting in at the river at Tocumwal. 150 k's left to paddle. Some sort of camp. Now been paddling for just on an hour. I've done over 6 k's, more than I've ever paddled before in one sitting, and I think I'm definitely feeling the enormity of the challenge ahead. 144 kilometers left to go. Don't feel like I can't do it. Definitely achievable. Going to just be some long days, and the weather forecast isn't really helping in that. I think I thought the river would be flowing faster, even though it is going quite quickly. I'm not sure that it's going at the 5 kilometre an hour mark, probably closer to the normal 3. So still aiming to get 30 done today, or more if the light holds out. And then we'll see for tomorrow if get as many, at least get to the Edward River by the time the rain starts. If not, a little bit further up, I'll be feeling comfortable then. Good morning world. Day 2 of the Denny 5 and 5 challenge. I didn't film anything last night, got in pretty much as the sun was disappearing over the horizon. It was getting pretty dark, so I set up quickly, and I was fortunate enough to find this campsite on the Victorian side just before the start of the Murray Valley National Park on the right hand side. So it ended up being a 30-kilometre day. I didn't think I'd get there with the light, but I'm so glad I did. And quite a lot to do today. The breeze that's coming through is a bit chilly, so I think I'm just going to stay in the warmth of the quilt until the sun pops its head up. It's hit the trees on the other side of the river, so it shouldn't be too long now. I must say, feeling pretty nervous about the rain that's coming this afternoon. Thunderstorms and 20 to 40 mils of rain tomorrow. Not necessarily being wet, just being cold. My feet didn't warm up overnight. So even with down sleeping bag, woolen socks on, they still just had that little tinge in them. So I'm going to try today without booties on, see if they dry out better, and it might keep them a bit warmer. Made out on the river. Everything's a little bit muddy. I'm cleaning some things off on the side here. And the booties on this side here. Feels like the current's moving quite quickly today compared to yesterday. Could just be the part of the river I'm in, even though it is still very wide here. See how far we can get today. It's incredible that something 3 weeks ago wasn't even in the realm of my conceptions. The thought of paddling 150 kilometres, maybe doing an overnight paddle, 30 kilometres over 2 days, definitely. The idea of doing 5 days, and it just takes someone to ask, what are you going to do for this week's Denny 5 and 5 challenge? And then come up with something that really is a challenge. There's not a soul out here. Kilometre after kilometre of river. I might see one person fishing every 10-15 kilometres just on the bank of the river, and everything else is wildlife. Cockatoos you can probably hear, long-necked turtles. It's fantastic. And the rest of the world is, may as well be, 1,000,000 miles away. You don't have to do something that's dangerous to have an adventure. Here I am on the river, extremely safe, taking precautions, but nothing's dangerous here. And it's still awesome. Don't have to go to Everest. Don't have to go to the Amazon. Just find somewhere local and make it count. Here's camp for night of day 2. Big clouds coming in. After doing 46 kilometres, I thought it's probably the best time to stop and try and find somewhere safe. A lot of small trees here. Shouldn't be issue with the thunderstorm that's coming in. Morning of day 3. Thunderstorms have stopped during the night. Hasn't rained so far since about 6 this morning. I packed up quickly so I didn't film the campsite. Kayaks starting to become easier to organise. I'm definitely looking a bit like a Michelin man today, prepared for wet weather. As the booties made my feet go so dry and soggy, I've got plastic bags like we used to use for broken arms. I use those garbage bags on my feet. If it really starts raining, I'm getting cold. And I've got washing up gloves for my hands. See if the weather holds off today. Hopefully get to Picnic Point and Edward River start by this morning. A couple of hours down the river, maybe 2.5 hours, and then on to the Edward. Here we come. Amazing so far you can come and not find a good campsite, and then the next morning after you found one, almost guaranteed to find one in the first half an hour. Really nice entry out of the water for this one. Even though I was very happy where I was last night, that might have made it easy at the end of a long day. Here's the start to the weir. I'm not going to, but I could almost go under it. Great way to drown though. I'd have to drag the kayak down this road or paddle down to here and pull it out. Definitely moving quickly here. And onto the Edward we go. Well, this would be handy for hiking. But for kayaking, not so easy. Well, it's the start of paddling day 4. Now on the Edward for probably another 30 odd kilometres. Not exactly sure. Short day today and then a short finish tomorrow. So probably 15 to 20 today. Tomorrow I'm meeting up with parents from school and maybe students as well for the last little paddle in. So it'll be a great way to finish. And getting picked up by a wonderful family. This place is flooded and it just has a serene quality. I'm sure a lot of the low-lying waters to do with all the mosquitoes last night. But the Picard and repellent did a great job, didn't get bitten. My mindset really changed from yesterday to today. Just had to avoid that tree stump. Of trying to get the kilometres done to knowing that I'm going to get there and spending more time just cruising, enjoying, watching, listening. And being a part of this amazing river and forest. Still haven't seen anyone on the river. Don't know if that means I'm crazy or everyone else is trying to stay off the river because of the flood level and danger to boats with all the trees down. I wasn't sure if I was hearing kangaroos thumping through the night or branches falling off trees. I think I heard both, but it didn't make the sleep after that any more easy. Well, off we go today, down towards Four Posts. Speed of the current and the Four Post wind. I think I'll stay like this around the corner, but very strong here.